Grenada, the Isle of Spice, home to generations of hardworking farmers whose hands have shaped one of the world's most treasured industries, the nutmeg industry. But behind every shipment, export, every seed of nutmeg or value-added product are the faces of agriculture or farmers.
My name is Philbert Lewis from the cultural village of Shantimel. And I have been involved in farming many years, over 40 years. I first started in the area of cash crops, mainly around the house. And in 2003, when I prepared my retirement plan, I decided to get involved in other aspects of agriculture, mainly nutmegs and bananas. And that is where I ventured into that new area.
All right, my name is Derek Alexander. I live at Sab, St. Claude, St. Andrews. Started to farm a nutmeg as from 1994. When Ivan came, it destroyed some of the trees, but during that time I had more cocoa. Then after Ivan, I planted a lot of nutmegs. When Hurricane Beryl came, it destroyed the majority of the nutmeg trees, over 125 plus, because there was bearing trees at this time, over 20 years old, all right? But then after the hurricane, we started to cut up and clean up the area and replant, and also the young trees that were between the cultivation, we care them and clean them up. And right now, some of them already started to bear.
My name is Wilma Alexander. I live at Sab. And same amount of time with Derek Alexander, we started farming. Well, I love farming because from childhood, my mom brought me to the land, and that's the reason I love farming. Also, I did a course in agriculture in farm school, and so that empowered me to do more farming.
I'm Mr. Heston Flanders from Hermitage St. Patrick's. Well, I've been doing farming since around 11, 12 years with my dad. So I grew in farming, nutmeg, cocoa, and banana. That's what I know when I was growing up young, nutmeg, cocoa, and banana. Yeah. I just plant a lot of planting, I have a lot of nutmegs. Yeah, so when the nutmeg's done, I benefit from the plantings. Even this morning, I sell 7 bunches of planting.
My name is Joan Narayan from Samaritan. I've been doing agriculture since I had about 19. Yes, all my children, that's what they grow with. That's why some of them love it so much. And she now come and she love it.
Well, we grew up in it, so, you know, we actually grew up in it all our lives, but that's what we know. Even so, we try to get jobs out there, we still come back to our culture, lands. So my mom has a passion for our culture. She passed it on to us.
My name is Craig Murray. I'm from Montreach. At the age of, you could say roughly 6, I grew a passion for farming because my mother started agriculture start us at doing lands and things at a very young age. Every time when school give holiday and stuff like that, our mother will wake up us to come to the bush and help her do some cleaning and stuff, picking up nutmegs and stuff like that. So I get into farming like that. The passion started growing from this age. I start loving to farm. I will leave my home sometime, like when I start turning adult and stuff like that. I will leave my home, like me alone. I will come to the bush and just do whatever I have to do. My mother didn't have to tell me to do this and do that, and you know, I just start loving nature. I just love the quietness of this environment here. I just love the quietness, and I just love being a farmer.
Since I know myself as a child, I'm really from St. David's, but we had a lot of nutmeg. Then after, I worked in Ashland Cocoa Station. I worked for a few years. And then I joined the police force. I worked there for a few years. And then I came right back to the land. I bought 10 acres of land up here. And I came back and I started farming. So I love farming. Farming is part of my life, my existence, in my veins, I can't do without it.
The work is demanding. The days are long, yet they continue, driven by pride, resilience, and hope.
I'm very proud of what I'm doing, assisting in the food security for the nation.
There are a lot of lands that are abandoned with a lot of nutmeg trees bearing, and all are just going to waste. And I believe that some program, some system must be put in place to get these lands that are abandoned to be used.
Land can spoil. You just have to work it and plant it. Your land can spoil, like something I know. And farming, there is a boost in farming. Farming is important.
If we continue in the way we're going, it's supposed to be blooming. Let us hope so. With hard work, no tiffin.
Increasing food production to sustain all, as we have Grenada, as it's a growing population now. A lot of people are coming in, so it could also contribute to the tourism industry as well.
More young people could, get the zeal and stuff to come out here and farm.
It makes you happy to see that what nature could, really do with plants, and you could really admire it, that's the kind of thing. Natural love, love for the plants, love for, God and that kind of a thing,